So, here it is, ladies and gentlemen, Lem itself. At the moment, we're quickly going through and doing the looking at the different stuff and creating an empire. So, the clone not Greg state, freak.
I prefer not to talk about it.
So what does Masterful Crafters do, freak?
Masterful Crafters replace artisans with artificers.
Yeah.
Which generate 2 trade value and 1.1 engineering research, as well as the regular consumer goods.
As well as that, every 3 industrial
Catalytic processing.
Add an extra building slot, which is very nice. And yes, catalytic processing has won. So what does catalytic processing do?
Catalytic processing replaces metallurgists with catalytic technicians that turn food into alloys instead of turning minerals into alloys. Can I go back to the ethics and choose xenophobe?
No.
Asking for a friend.
No.
You're no fun.
So, clone army is your origin. What is a clone army and what's happening here?
Clone armies don't reproduce naturally. Clone armies are produced by ancient cloning vats. The ancient cloning vats have a limit of how many clone soldier pops that they can support. And if you don't have clone armies, your species will start to decline. And fairly aggressively, I might add.
So, do you want to show us quickly your planet?
Yes.
Okay.
I haven't actually seen this this ancient clone vat building icon yet. When I played it, it was the temporary art, and this is really pretty. I really like this.
So explain how it works for us.
Basically, you get organic pop assembly. I just got out of it. Organic pop assembly, and you see that we're building up here to the maximum amount, which is right now 40 pops is what we can support. And as you get closer to the limit, the pop growth becomes slower.
Because that's a lot of pop growth right now.
Yes, that's right. And obviously, if you go over, like if I were to destroy one of these now, my species would start declining. I don't want to do that to the clone, not Greg's. But, that would be a thing as well. So we're building a second city district because I want to build another one of these things because I want to get my population growing as quickly as possible.
Could you jump into Alpha Centauri and maybe drop the game's bleed for a couple of moments and just look at Alpha Centauri? Yeah. So Alpha Centauri's had a bit of a facelift, which should make it slightly more scientifically accurate. So there you go. Yes, entirely Alpha. A bunch of DLCs are getting new stuff. For instance, the ancient clones that we're playing, I think, is humanoids.
That's correct.
Yep. And there's various stuff for plantoids and for necroids, and also with the new tradition system, some new stuff for Apocalypse and Nemesis. I believe, if I remember rightly.
Yes, there's a new tradition tree for Apocalypse, a new tradition tree for Nemesis. Actually, speaking of which, do you want to do a vote on this?
No.
Okay.
But I do want you to no, pause it. Let's talk through this. Let's not rush this moment. So,
okay.
Because this is a big moment, right? Let's be honest, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to present to you your new tradition screen. And your new tradition selection screen. So the eagle-eyed amongst you will immediately notice there are things here that you haven't seen before, and also things that you might have seen, but which before were replacements. I'm looking at you, adaptability, which is no longer a replacement, but in fact available if you want it.
And the this art in the background here, this was not in the dev diary. This is the first time that this has ever been seen.
Yes, this is the first time this has been seen. Yeah, absolutely. That menu looks gorgeous, doesn't it?
Agreed.
To be honest with you, this stuff that's coming with them, all of it is so wonderful. I think the custodian team have knocked it out the park. Now, On that note, something we're going to be stressing to you a lot. We want you to get bored of hearing this, so don't apologise, but we need to make sure you realise. Lem is a much larger patch than most of the patches the custodian team are going to be working on. They've had more time to work on this patch than they will generally get, and so Lem's got a lot in it. And don't assume that every patch from the custodians, in fact, assume that every patch from the custodians will be smaller than this, basically. Yeah. Don't take this as the sign of what's coming with the size of patches from the custodian team. It's not. What tradition did you pick?
Mercantile, because I got a lot of plus things to trade.
Right, so let's pause. Let's go and look at Mercantile and explain why you picked that, please. You picked it because you like money, as Alien Spectator just said.
Yes, exactly.
What's the opener for Mercantile?
Mercantile is plus 10% trade value. I think that puts me at plus 35.
No, that's the finisher effect.
Oh, it's a finisher effect. Trade protection and collection range. No, I didn't read that correctly.
Now, collection range is very interesting.
It is. And clerks produce additional trade value, and then commercial zones provide merchant jobs, which is something that I'm going to tie in with taking merchant guilds as my third civic, and the marketplace of ideas, because this is now unlocked by the mercantile tree.
Got you. Okay. So, Corsaro's just dropped another great one. Mercantile nations love bold statements. They think of them as a capital idea.
There we go.
Ooh, debated origin. And you're going to click off that fairly quickly.
I am.
We're not going to... Yeah, there you go.
I don't even think I'm gonna...
If you're desperate, you can look in the VOD, and we're not going to touch that excavation site.
No, I don't think we're going to bother.
Can you build clone armies immediately, or do they have standard assault armies, is a question that has been asked.
Clone, not Greg.
So there you go. Clone armies available immediately. If you've got questions about this update, we can tend to answer them for you.
See? Because my colonization is finished, and I don't have clone bat here.
Yeah.
Right away. Starts declining.
Oh
yeah. And wait, there's more. Oh, I can't do it.
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta turn on the
you
pulse.
didn't take expansion.
Oh, I still can't reset.
There are no planets that can send or receive pops.
Yes, because doesn't have a cloning vat.
Doesn't have a clone vat. What's my favorite addition to 3.1? Byron wants to know. So, this is a tiny little update. But it's one of my favorite features that's come to Stellaris for a while, and that is that you get a little marker next to a planet now when you need to upgrade the capital building. Like, that, for me, is just... That's going to save me a lot of time of flicking through colonies checking that. And that makes me very, very happy. Along with that, and to be honest, it's all just bundled up in lovely QOL stuff. Another one is the fact that you can build an off-world trading company the moment that you start building a trade thing on a starbase.
I thought that was in 3.0.
Nope.
Oh. See, now look, I can resettle.
Byron has said, oh yeah, look at that. Nice.
Yeah. And so if I colonize the third planet now, I would not be able to resettle pops over to that third planet. It would say that it doesn't have ancient cloning back capacity.
Got you.
Yeah. So they did block a lot of fun exploity things that you would be able to do. Maybe I shouldn't be describing things as fun exploity things, but hey, here we are. It's too late now.
So SLW would like to know how the necrophage hive minds work. Honestly, I haven't had time to try it yet, so I don't know.
I played it last night.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Are the
but
guaranteed primitives also hive minds? Is the question.
No, they are not.
There you go. Can necrophage hive minds necrophage normal pops then?
Yes, they can.
There you go. Your question's answered. And also, yeah, it is a 3.1 update, that the trade hub one.
Before anybody asks, yes, I did get ganged up on by 3 AIs and lost at like year 40. And that's why I'm playing on Commodore today.
So, Freak.
Yes.
You're never going to believe this.
Thumbs up.
There is all sorts of things happening in the near future. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us. We really, really do appreciate it. We've hoped that, you've enjoyed this first look at Lem and your first look at some of the stuff that's coming along with it. For everyone that's asking, Lem is releasing in September. That's all we've said so far. Have a lovely, lovely rest of your week, everybody. We hope to see you all on Thursday. And in the meantime, be amazing all. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.